Margaret Lamb.
All right, so I could stand up here and say a lot of really mushy and nice things about Miss O'Rourke, but that doesn't seem necessary. I'm just going to say the only thing you're ever going to need to know about her, she's the coolest person ever, and she's a really awesome math teacher. So, yeah.
Emma LaFranc.
Hello. Tonight I'm honoring Mrs. Haddad, who runs the Link Crew program and is the Green Club advisor at Edsel. She's constantly working to improve the school and motivates the students to care. She is passionate about her job and it shines through. You can tell that she truly cares for her students and wants them to succeed in life. Thank you.
Aurora Labados.
Tonight I am honoring my middle school art teacher, Ms. Zecker. In her class, I didn't just learn about art, I learned about life. Her wisdom and her support meant so much to me over the years. And even though I'm still trying to figure out who I am and who I want to be, she helped me find my path. She is more than a teacher or a mentor to me. She is my friend, and I thank her for that.
Alyssa Major.
I brought my 4th and 5th grade teacher, Mr. Panaleo. He was one of my favorite teachers, and he always pushed me to do my best, and I thank you for that.
Nicole Michelon.
Hola, me llamo es Nikki Michaelan. Hi, my name is Nikki Michaelan. And I invited Senora Chavez today because she doesn't teach, as she says, she just shares her life with us. And I really enjoy learning about Spanish, and I found that I'm good at it. And I like learning about the culture, and I love the way she just shares her stories with us about her life and her family and her son. So I want to thank her for making it enjoyable.
Brian Myerscough.
There aren't enough words that I could say about Mr. DeSantis. Ever since I stepped into his classroom in 5th grade, he's had a giant impact on my life. Every single kid that walks through the door of his classroom, he cares about with all of his heart. He makes all of us feel welcome and loved and brings out the best in all of us. And to this day, 7 years later, after I stepped out of the door of his classroom, I still go back in and I still talk to him about anything that's wrong with me or that I would need to talk to. And I remember distinctly the very last day of elementary school, of 5th grade, he told his whole class, before you go off to middle school, you can either have a handshake from me or a hug. And I remember I was the only kid in the class that had said that I would take a hug from him. So, thank you, Mr. G.
Morgan Potter.
Tonight I'm honoring my AP Lit teacher, Mr. Tyler. I've never met a teacher that cares as much for their students as Mr. Tyler. The passion that he puts into his lessons and the way that he pushes us truly makes us want to learn and be better people. He's not just an educator, he is someone that I will always admire. Thank you.
Michael Prygowski.
Tonight I'm honoring Mr. Kochianis. I met him at the beginning of my junior year, and since then he's been my teacher for AP Euro, AP Gov, Current Events, and my Model UN Administrator. Mr. Kochianis deserves to be honored as a great teacher because I've never met anyone who cared about his students and the subject as much as him. But more than that, Mr. Kochianis deserves to be honored as a person because he's a great role model and a friend, and I thank him for that.
Claire Russell.
So I wrote this really great speech about my teacher, Ms. McCurry, but I'd rather speak from the heart. Ms. McCurry taught me the basic study skills for life, and without those study skills, I wouldn't be the student I am today, so thank you.
Rachel Santioni.
I chose my math teacher, Mrs. O'Rourke, because she makes her math class fun with her sense of humor, and she has taught me a lot, and I'm glad I have the opportunity to have her as a teacher.
Malik Shabai.
Tonight I'd like to honor my 7th and 8th grade history teacher, Mrs. Hart. She's probably like the coolest and most down-to-earth teacher I've ever had, and she's been very motivating, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Rovina Sparthy.
This is Miss Knaffer, and she bribed me with some extra credit to be here tonight because she needed a couple hours away from the kids. No, I'm joking. Aside from being a great teacher, she is just awesome to talk to, and I know I can go to her for anything that I need. And she's newer to the teaching scene, but I just want to let her know that she's appreciated and just to think happy thoughts because retirement is a long way from now.
Samantha Thacker.
Hello, everyone. I'm here to honor my allied health teacher, Mrs. Tarrant, otherwise known as Sweet Tea or Iced Tea, depending on her mood. I've been lucky enough to have Ms. Tarrant for 2 years, and what I really appreciate about her is that she's worked so hard in preparing me for my future in the medical field, and I really can't thank her enough.
Nicholas Tupin. Oh, did I butcher it?
Good evening. Tonight I'm here to honor my 6th and 7th and 8th grade French teacher, Madame Sloan. Madame, you were truly one of the best French teachers any student could ever be lucky enough to receive, but you're so much more. You did so much more for me than that. You're one of the most caring, compassionate, and kind-hearted individuals that I've ever met. Your model of kindness has left a profound impact on my basic mentality, and I hope to imitate it every day and for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Frederick Ragnar.
I would like to reintroduce Mr. Tyler. He, as my football coach and my AP Lit teacher, I've found out that he has more character in his hair than most men have in their entire body. And Mr. Tyler, you've overseen me come to Edsel Ford as a young boy, and now I'm a young adult. But I would like there to be one day where I could look to you eye to eye, once I'm a little bit taller, but and shake your hand and properly thank you. But right now I'm still a boy, so I'd like a hug.
Jeffrey Williams, Jr.
Here with me, I have the phenomenal and beautiful Miss Beck. Miss Beck is one of those teachers who are very frightening, but it's for a good cause. Through all the yelling in class over the past couple of years, I can tell that she really genuinely loves what she does. And I can really tell that she really loves what she's doing, and that really inspires me to work harder. I believe that you deserve to be on this stage every year, and you really are one of my heroes. So thank you so much for what you're doing. This is a token of my appreciation, and I love
you. Rebecca Wren.
I don't think Mrs. Kraft knows how much of an impact she's had on me until tonight, but I wanted to recognize her to all of you tonight because she's honestly one of the most positive and passionate women I've ever met in my school and my entire life. She puts 100% of her heart and energy into anything she does, even if it's just teaching a definition. And she's a small woman, but she has a huge heart.
And we're last.
Good job. Congratulations to all the Edsel Ford High School students and teachers honored here tonight. Love you guys. With that, I'll turn it back to Dr. Schenkman.
One last round of applause for everybody, teachers, students. Aren't we lucky? We are so fortunate. We are so fortunate in Dearborn to have such outstanding teachers and such a wonderful group of students. I think they did a phenomenal job this evening. They'll represent us well, and I know they're going to support me and my Social Security, so that's a good thing, too. Thank you all for being here this evening. Look forward to seeing you all at graduation coming up soon. Good night.